All right, so our next question is, there's a group of people called, and it's kind of like it was really big when it first started. Now it's kind of a little bit under the radar, and I think there's not a real appreciation for it or an understanding of it nowadays.
What are you getting at?
Well, the group, it's the Fraternal Union of Crew Members.
Oh, yeah.
What's that spell?
I'm actually a member. I'm a member of that.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah,
Joe's a member.
Card carrier.
well, we all are
Absolutely,
here.
yeah.
We're all members.
Everybody here's a member.
It kind of got a little bit out of,
Chandler's a member.
yeah, it got a little bit out of hand.
I don't really know that.
But I
it
think
did,
we
did
have.
it?
It's
But
just
I
kinda,
think it did. They were letting too many people in.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Too many of the
Yes.
wrong people.
Oh,
Too many of the wrong
Who
people.
started it?
Well, Mike did. Mike has done many things for drag racing. You know, with the anvil.
It was
and
one of
then-
my
What was his thought behind starting it, though?
But I think that to me it was really important because it kind of made a lot of people feel like they belonged, you know. And then
It was a bonding thing.
It was a
just
bonding.
kinda-
So it was like all the misfit crew members actually feel like they belong.
Right. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. We're
For everybody that didn't like to go drink soda,
right.
it was for all those people that did not like to go
not
drink
soda. We're Mellow
Everybody,
Yellow.
everybody who didn't want to drink
That's right,
mellow
yeah,
yellow
You're right. Yeah. Or water.
or Coke.
Yeah.
I mean, Diet Coke.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I thought it was one of the best things ever.
Right.
You know, and I would love to like help be part of it or
Right.
to bring it back out
I mean,
again.
yeah.
But I think
You know.
some people.
Yeah. The problem with it is now is back then it wasn't near as corporate. You know.
Well, yeah.
Now these kids all have rules and regulations, and really they don't.
Bedtimes and
They got to take blood tests.
Most of these kids that you do.
And they got to take all kinds of tests.
But the problem is, if you want to be a member, one of these kids wants to be a member now. First of all, you got to pass a drag racing history test. If you don't know who like Austin Coyle is or something, yeah. You don't know Don Garlitz, T.C. Lemons, or any of these historic
if
people.
you think Ed McCulloch was a crew chief and not a driver, you're not in.
Thank you.
Right?
Right.
Right.
Right. Okay, that's the kind of stuff we're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's just
Yeah.
So these kids don't understand the history.
Like, who
of
were the
sport.
original members besides? I know you, Mike Googer.
Jeez,
Me, Mike Googer.
Joe was one of the original ones.
Fudge.
You were
Fuzzy.
Dave Fledger.
Fuzzy,
Fuzzy
Maynard, Carl
Maynard
from York,
Yanks.
Maynard Yanks.
What about Settles? He was.
Oh, Settles was on the ground.
Oh,
Dave
Lord.
Settles.
He was on the
The
ground.
Dave.
He was, Fuzzy was
Yeah.
a sergeant at arms. Settles was just
Yeah.
the, I don't know,
Fuzzy
beverage
Carter.
director or whatever.
What were the requirements to get in?
Well, we kind of had this little small group, and then from that point on, a lot of these kids, I want to be part of your thing, right? So what we made them do was, you had to stand up in front of the whole group
state
and state your
name.
full legal
Full
name.
Right.
Legal.
Legal.
Like on your birth certificate,
Yeah.
not just I'm
Right.
Joe Schmo. You got to get your, I'm Joe Smith Schmo. You got to state your whole name, and then Joe Bisfelsfig. And then you had to give a good reason why you should be a member and try and not be too serious. Well, I had a lot of times people.
Let me tell you
They were too serious.
I got in real easy. All I said was, I work for Lee Beer. Hey!
Yeah, right, exactly.
Now is Lee Beer a member?
No.
Oh,
Shit.
no.
Joe,
Wait.
Could a driver be a member? Now there are a couple
There was
drivers.
a few,
who were the
but
whoever we determined was cool, like Ace.
Like Ace, yeah, absolutely.
And driver, I don't know, not.
There were
Driver-wise?
some that weren't allowed in, and
Oh, absolutely.
Now was Whit
Absolutely.
Bazemore ever a member?
Oh.
Has he ever tried to be a member? Because I remember being in
tried.
Gainesville like 20 years ago or more, and being at the ale house.
Apparently,
and then
there's this place called the Ale House.
Yeah.
Right? Well, so he, Whit wants to be a member, so all right, well, you know what you got to do, right? So he stands up on a table in there, right? This is like Sunday night, and he says, "I want you guys just to all, I'm with whatever Bazemore, and I just want you all to remember one thing: I'm management and you're labor." Well, I mean beer bottles,
I was standing right next
glasses.
to him. I had beer bottles
No, he's
flying
lucky
right from my
to get
head.
killed.
Yeah.
and
So Whit was never a member then.
oh God, no.
He got unanimously rejected.
Yeah, he
Unanimously rejected.
Was
Yeah.
the late great Al Hoffman ever a member? I don't know. I think we might have got Al
He
in.
might have.
I think he might have been.
Yeah, I think Hoffman might have got her.
And then we got a couple other people like Team Torch, Paul Lesage.
Oh, yeah,
buddy.
Paul was in
Torch
there.
was,
Yeah.
and Lynn Berg from
Berg.
Bird
She
was
took
there.
all-
Mike
when we-
Green was in. See,
Well,
he wouldn't be in.
Tim
He was in
Richards.
that.
Tim Richards.
Yeah.
Tim Richards,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Famous people were in this.
When it first started, we'd have these meetings, and you know, Lynn was writing down. We had a lot
She
of
took the
rules and
minutes.
regulations.
Lynn-
And Rule
she got the
51.
Rule
what was
50. Okay, yeah.
Don't
Rule
be-
51. This is something that we got to talk about real quick, and then
Zero breaks.
we're running out of time actually,
Right.
but we got to talk about Rule 51.
Don't be too serious.
Yeah, right.
I'm over it.
Hey, remember?
Oh, I'm over it.
it.
I'm over it.
So,
Rule 51,
so we
we're
know
over it. That's what
we're over it.
We're over it.
and,
We're
That's
done.
how we're gonna
That
say
was
it.
fun.
This is our third show,
We
and
want to thank
We wanna
these
thank
two
our
fine
guys.
gentlemen and thank you for
Thank you.
enlightening us on a lot of drag racing
Yeah.
history.
Been an honor. Been an honor.